Hello friends, it is Tuesday the 11th of October 2016, my name's Scott, welcome to Not Scott. I do hope you're well and let's just crack on with things. Scotland has been ranked the best country in the UK for quality of life. Or as we say up here, fucking quality man. The Social Progress Index measures quality of life across Europe and within our small cluster of islands, Scotland came out on top. One of the factors even included Scotland having more freedom than England. We even have more kilts and a species of beast called the midgie, but these things don't really contribute to quality of life. For those interested, by the way, Wales came last. Scots were deemed to have a better life because apparently we are the most tolerant of the four nations. This is according to the treatment of minorities, gay people, disabled people, and the gender gap, according to The Independent, which is linked down below. We also have better education standards than our southern neighbours, but where we fall down is on broadband access and personal safety, in which we came last. There is so much to dissect there. On the one hand, Scotland's political leaders are a good cross-section of our society, with male and female leaders, as well as a good representation of the LGBT community. Our equal marriage laws, compared to the rest of the world, are pretty decent as well. On the other hand, a lot of the stories we hear from the Time for Inclusive Education campaign would imply that we have quite a long way to go yet before we really reach a level playing field for LGBT people in this country, especially when it comes to schools. Kids can be mean, but if something is normalised, it loses the power to harm, and we are still a long way away from that point. Saying education is better in Scotland than in England is a bit like cherry picking certain things from the massive umbrella of education. It is pretty great that it's free to go to university here, while in England, pretty soon it will be over £27,000 just for the tuition fees. But the SNP government's record on education hasn't been perfect, with a lot of criticism thrown their way regarding college placements, as well as there still being a massive class divide in who goes to university in Scotland. Elsewhere, it doesn't surprise me that personal safety also includes traffic accidents, because I have never met a more blood-hungry creature than the Glasgow taxi driver. I also imagine it's pretty tough rolling out broadband across the Highlands and Islands, but you know, that doesn't mean that it shouldn't be done. Or else pretty soon we'll be seeing the Cheviot, the Stag, and the bad internet connection. So this isn't to talk Scotland up or down, it's just trying to accept that we can always strive to be better. I take no pleasure in gloating that Scotland is the best in the UK when there are still so many things that need to be addressed. What do you guys think? Have we earned our spot at the top of the league? Or should we really focus on rolling out that broadband? Moving on to the concept of these international days we keep having. Today is National Coming Out Day, it's also International Day of the Girl, and yesterday was World Mental Health Day. I just don't like a lot of them. International Women's Week, Black History Month, yes, I absolutely see their necessity as much as I hate the idea that they're needed at all. World Mental Health Day though, maybe it's because I ashamedly compare myself to others. But when I think of what I go through and see so many people sharing their own stories, I end up feeling like maybe my issues don't matter because they're not as extreme, or that I am somehow weaker because all these other people have their own issues going on but are still able to do things that I am not. And I also feel uncomfortable saying, yeah, I have depression, but I still do these things. It is a part of me, but I don't want it to define me or become something that I'm constantly in conversation with. If anything, raising awareness for this thing that sucks for everyone is past the point of usefulness, and we should either put up or shut up and really invest in mental health services, or we sort of accept that raising awareness works a lot better when we're just treating it as normal and not saving it for one day of the year. I also feel like not enough is said about those who don't have mental health issues, but live with those who do. Sure, thank you, I will take the compliment that I am strong for fighting whatever it is that's in my head. But thank you if you're watching this and you don't have something debilitating in your head. Yet you show patience and love and understanding towards those who do. Because that is fucking difficult. Whether it directly affects you or indirectly affects you, you're a warrior if you don't turn and flee. Which honestly I doubt many people would even blame you for. So my World Mental Health Day shout out has to be just a constant year-round shout out to those who are dealing with things and those who love those who are dealing with things. Life's a battle, but it feels better when we're all fighting together. What do you guys think? Do you like the idea of these International Day type things? Do they still raise awareness and spark conversation? Or is this idea of raising awareness an increasingly empty gesture in this era of collectivism and these days can actually make people feel more isolated and alone? I'd love to know what you think. I'm going to end this one here. Thank you so much for listening. You're all fab. Have a good one, friends.